Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Guess what we're talking about today? I'm so excited. I did try to film this video once, but I ran out of sunlight. So here we are doing it again. If you don't know what this is the DANESSA MYRICKS Beauty Lightwork Volume 7 Freedom Palette. This is the DANESSA MYRICKS Holiday Palette this year. And mine is a little out of order, but this is what it looks like. And there's a bunch of videos out there going in depth on how this palette works. But you can take these out and you can also take out the individual eyeshadows. I don't have the tool for that, so I'm not going to do that, but they are magnetized and stack on top of each other. And then this is a mirror in the lid. And then you can just put that on top and make a little custom to go palette. This is also a magnetized palette, so you can take the eyeshadows out of this and put them directly in here. So this palette is so unique and versatile, which is why I think people love these so much, but the formula is just incredible as well. So you do get, I think, 10 different formulas in this palette. I'm not gonna go into that. There are videos doing that. I think Alicia Archer did that in her video. So yeah, we're not gonna do eye swatches either. If you wanna see that, Heather Austin has a great eye swatch video. So let's just dive into live swatches. And then we're going to do, I think, 3 looks with this palette today. Okay, we're going to start here. And as you can see, I have used this. Again, I filmed this video once already, or at least half of it. So here are the first 3 shades. And here's what they look like. These are both duochromes. This one might technically be a multi-chrome, but it's very molten-like. It's gorgeous. Just since I've kind of played with this is probably my least favorite shade in the palette. I think a lot of people will like it. it's very warm for me, but B, it's a little sheer and it's just not overly sparkly, which I'm a big lover of all things sparkly. So if you like sheer stuff, you will probably enjoy that shade more than I do. So I'm so excited about this shade. We will definitely be playing with that today. It's this one right here. And these mattes are freaking gorgeous. There's the mattes right there. It's hard to show the shifts on camera, but this flips to like a purple and I can see it on my hand and it's so pretty. Hopefully if I put it on the eyes, you'll be able to see the flip. Okay, I'm gonna end up doing this on both of my hands. So I'm gonna split this purple one in half. And this shade is really, really flaky, as is this one. So I just gently patted my finger in there. Oh, you can see those green shifts when I bend my fingers like that. This purple section is my absolute favorite. Oh, this shade is so shiny. It's like a wet shade on the lids. Oh my God. Oh, you can see the green. I wish you could see this shade. I can see it's like a red purple. So this is the flaky shade right here. It kind of smooths out once you work it into the skin, but it is flaky upon first touch. So these two have similar flips. They both flip green, but this one is more royal purple and this one is more of a warm purple shade. And then here's, oh, they're so molten. They're so pretty. So these are what they look like on my fingers. Oh, I love them. Okay, we're going to flip to my other hand. So I'm gonna swatch with my left hand. I really, really love that shade. It might be my favorite in the palette. So here's those 3. The shade is so freaking metallic. It just could go for days and days and days. Like, it just keeps going. It's so pretty. And I love these iridescent sheer shades that look, I do think this one flips green. Yeah, it flips like a green, yellow, and pink. I love when they're sheer like that though. And these mattes, they're so smooth and creamy. And I feel like the mattes that she selected for this palette are perfection, especially for her first mattes in one of her Lightwork palettes. They're so pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna go into these blues. This shade is also flaky, and I feel like a lot of these are flaky. And this palette here. Okay, here's those three. These silvers also can just keep going and keep going and keep going. So can this blue. I mean, are you kidding me? It's like blinding the camera. Here's what they look like after they're swatched on my hand. They're so gorgeous. Oh, this shade, it just has my heart. It does have some pink reflex. I feel like you can kind of see it there, but it is like a champagne. But when you put it on the eyes, I have worn that one. When you put it on the eyes, it looks pink. Just a hint. It's so pretty. I can't get over these silvers. I love cool tones because I am cool toned, and neutrals. And I love that this palette has a lot of cool tones in it. Like, this is warm down here, mostly. I feel like these two are pretty cool. But I feel like when you mix things together, you can get more variety. Like, if I was to put this on top of this, it's gonna cool it down some. So I'm excited to play with this palette in that way. I haven't done that yet. Oh, I'm just watching these last three. This black is so intense. This silver is a little more on the sheer topper side. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. Oh, that's super gorgeous. I will get so much use out of that. That goes with literally anything. And then there's those last two mattes. So here's the palette. It's so pretty. I feel like you can actually see the palette like this. Last time I swatched it down my arm and it was really hard to see. So hopefully those swatches are helpful if you haven't seen them yet. Okay, so I think let's just dive in to an eyeshadow look. Okay, I'm going to do a look on each eye and then I'll take it off and do one final look. So, and I feel like a lot of people are staying within each palette when they do a look. I might not do that. I feel like I will use these mattes across all looks. So we're going to do that. So I'm just tapping into this shade right here, running that in the crease. That's a really, really pretty transition for me. I'm curious if it will get darker. I love Natasha Denona mattes because they build on themselves and get darker and more intense. I feel like that did get more intense, but I don't know that it will get more than that. But you can see that it is kind of cool toned, and it's cooler the more I build it up. So that's such a gorgeous everyday shade for me. That brush was a Morphe M532, I think. It's fading off of there, so I can't really tell. And then now I have a KJH Spectrum number 11, and I'm going to go into this shade right here. I'm just gonna deepen the outer corner. I'm just kind of patting this where I want the most pigment and then fluffing it a little bit. I love just these mattes by themselves. They're so pretty. That's gorgeous. Okay, I think I'm going to jump to shimmers and then go from there. I'm gonna dip into this shade just a little bit. We're gonna put that on the outer area of the eyelid. I'm going to try to use a lot of shades so that you can see as many as possible. I feel like this isn't going on very intensely, but I know that it can. I wonder, let me use a different finger. There we go, that's a little better. Also, just having played with this palette before, I do recommend doing your eyes first. I know I didn't do that, but especially if you're using flaky shades in this, you will have fallout. I already do have a little bit. Okay, I'm going to dip into this shade now. This is the shade Shimmer in this little 6-pan right here that I'm most excited for. I'm just gonna intensify this green in the outer corner here. And I'm gonna take that original brush and just kind of blend through the crease. That's really pretty right there. I'm going to take a little tiny baby brush. This is a Coastal Scents, like super, super old brush. And pick up the shade, put it on the inner corner. Oh yeah. That is so pretty. It flips like orange. Oh, I just looked in the mirror and it's so intense. Can you see that well? It's really pretty. I wonder if, no, it's not doing it. It's definitely got green and like orange and yellow, and then it has a white base. Okay, I think I'm going to go into this topper shade. This is the one that's like more glittery, toppery, like this here. And I'm just gonna tap that and see what happens over top. I do think that lightened it up a little bit. I'm gonna add a smidge to the inner corner. I'm just playing and seeing what different stuff does. So I do like the combo of this on top of that center green shade. It's really pretty. Let's do some of this brown on the lower lash line. I'm actually going to mix in a tad of black and just tap that off. There we go. Make it like a darker brown. And just, that was a, keep forgetting to tell you what the brush is. This is a Sephora Collection number 12 brow brush. And then I'm gonna take a KJH X Spectrum number 21 and just blend. Okay, I guess I should use this shade even though it's not my favorite. This also flips like copper and green. So let's tap that under here. I'm going to take this again and back into these two shades, and let's line the upper lash line. just like halfway. Yeah, that looks pretty. I'm telling you, this black is so intense. I was trying to use it for a wing just playing around the other day and it went everywhere. So be careful when you're playing with that black. Make sure you are tapping off your brush for sure. Okay, how many shades did I use? I used all of these and this shade. You definitely don't need all of that. I'm actually gonna intensify this in the outer corner again. You don't need to use this many shades. I'm just trying to play with the palette and see like what I can come up with. I will definitely be using this shade a lot, and I really, really like this on top of it. So here is eye look number 1. It's really pretty. I like the, actually, you know what? I'm gonna add this cool green just in the middle here. I actually think I liked it better without that, but okay, we're going to leave it as is. Okay, let's move on to look number 2. I'm going to start with this matte. I'm just gonna run that in the crease. This definitely has a mauve undertone, if you can see that. I feel like this is like much more intense in person than it's showing up on camera, all of this. And I don't know if it's just my lighting. It probably is, which is natural light, so that's kind of funny. What, baby? Huh? What's up? What do you need? What's wrong? Oh. Silly dogs. Let's dip into this. Ooh, that is pigmented. I just tapped off a bunch. Just adding this. Oh, let's just do a halo eye. Oh, hey, Husky. I'm gonna go back into the purpley matte and just kind of like mix those together a little bit. Ooh. It's creating like a mauve gray, which makes sense because one is a mauve and one is a gray. This blue has like, this gray has a blue undertone. So it definitely looks like a slate gray. You know what's funny is everybody's so excited about this blue and I'm not that interested in it. It's just not, I do like, blues are hard for me. I don't typically love them all the time, but this is just so royal. Like, it's so intense. So I don't know. Where should I go? Okay, I'm gonna go here into this purple, and we're going to go on each side. We'll do something else in the middle. And then this might look weird, but we'll fix it if it does. Going into this blue. Oh shit, I got way too much. I'm just like pressing that into my wrist to kind of warm it up, and then go in the middle here. Okay. That actually looks kind of cool. I'm gonna go back into the purple and re-intensify it a little bit. And back into the blue. Just kind of like layering them. Well, I lost a bunch of the purple, So I was adding that back in, but layering this blue on top so you can see that they're like dispersed and blended well. Okay, that actually looks really cool. And I'm gonna play here for a second. Oh my God. You have to be so careful when you dip into this blue because you can easily like dig right in and get way too much of it. Okay. I'm gonna see what a couple of these shades look like on top of it. Okay, I just went in and like topped that with this one, and this one, and I think this one looks the best, which is the same one we topped over here. I just want to, you know, mix and play. I think this looks really pretty as it is, and it's unique and fun, but since it is a halo, oh, that's so pretty. Okay, I don't think you can see it on camera, but in person, you can definitely see the purple, the blue, and then like it brightened the center, but you can still see blue sticking out on the sides. I'm gonna go back into the blue and just intensify it a little bit. And now I lost some of the purple. I probably should be using brushes so that I can be a little bit more precise, but to me, these work better on the finger. So I love that. Okay, I'm gonna go into this silver. Whoa. You can see the fallout on my face. I didn't really powder my face because I knew I was gonna get fallout. That's that silver. Let's put something on the sides of it. I'm gonna go in with the KJH 21 into that gray. Add that to the outer corner. I'm gonna go in with this Coastal Scents brush again into this. Okay, it looks like it's picking up well. These brushes, or these eyeshadows, don't always pick up well with brushes, but I did see, I think Morgan Turner's video, and she was saying they picked up well, and it looks like they really are, so that's really exciting. Since that is working, I'm going to ooh, that is so pretty. Okay, and we'll bring a little bit of that into here to mimic the halo. And then I'm wiping off this brush and I'm gonna go into the blue. Oh, see this one, this is what just came off. Oh, I was able to get a little bit of that off. Let's see if we can pat this over that silver. Okay. I'm seeing it in person. Oh, I think you can see it. It just looks a little different because the silver is underneath. That looks so pretty. This little baby brush, you can see how small it is a lifesaver in these looks. So, ooh, what should I do in the inner corner? I think I'm going to start with this pink. Well, it flips pink. And put that here. That's super pink. In person, at least. And then, let's go in with this. I want to, oh, okay. This is like coming off a little flaky. Oh, okay, but it's working. Okay. That's pretty. I still want it to be more intense, so I'm gonna go into this. This is what we used on both lids. Let's see what this does. Okay. I think I'm gonna go into the silver because I think it's gonna give me what I want. Oh, wow. Okay. I barely tapped. And so much pigment. This is so cool. Okay, these are super extra fun looks. I think on the last one I'll do something that's more like everyday. I was just excited to get in here and play. Okay, going to line my upper lash line with the black and the dark brown. Maybe just the black. And I'm gonna go in a little bit down here too, just to ground. I just took that in halfway, both on the top and the bottom. I'm going to add a little bit of mascara and see where we're at. Okay, I flipped my camera around to see if that would help. I'm not sure. So here's look number 1 and number 2. They're so pretty and extra, but still not like over the top. I think they're both so cool. I didn't need to do so much to this eye, but I did. I'm very happy with both of them. This palette has me so excited to play with eyeshadow again, and just the color story gives me so much inspiration. So like this already made me do something I never would have even thought of doing. I was just like, let's do it. And it looks really cute. So I am super happy. Again, fallout will happen. So do your eyes first. Don't be like me. And do your base first. Okay, I'm going to take this off and I'll come back and we'll do the final look. Okay, I cleaned off my lids and my lower lash line, put on some new concealer, and let's do look number 3. I'm going to start with that same Morphe brush that I've been using. I'm gonna go and do the shade here and just tap that off. Like I said, I'm gonna make this a little bit more everyday. Like, I don't know, some people may not think it's every day, but I was packing on the shades in those last two. I'm gonna go into this purple matte. So probably just gonna do a couple this time. This palette can be wearable, like very easily, if you only use one, maybe one shimmer, or 2. So this purple matte is like, it's so pretty. I love it. Actually, I'm gonna take this other brush I've been using, KJH11, and go into the brown and the purple matte and just lightly intensify the outer corners a little bit. I haven't used these two or that one. I'm not going to use that blue. I feel like everybody is doing looks with that blue, and honestly, this is my jam. So Okay, this is flaky as shit, so beware. But we're going to put that on the lid. This is one of my favorite shades. I do like how cool toned it is. I know that looks intense, but we're going to put something on top of it to tone down the purple. You could just, I probably should have only taken this in to like here, but too late. Okay, and then I really do think this is my favorite shade in the palette. This is one of the first ones I played with, and I love it. It's one of the most wearable shades. It has a shift still, but it's like a soft shift, and I feel like you can transform other shades by putting it on top. So we're just gonna put that on the inner half and see how that like softened the purple. Like you still have purple in here, but it's less intense. The shade can be like super intense and metallic on its own as well, but I like these two together. That is so pretty. Like this is something I would wear all the time. I am gonna take the same Coastal Scents brush and go into this and just to add a little bit of fun. Add this in the inner corner, not too much, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna take my finger and just, oh my goodness, I have fuzzies all over my finger. I'm just gonna take that and go right on top. See, that doesn't look too intimidating, right? Okay, I am gonna wipe away some fallout. I'm gonna go back in here and just add a little bit to that outer corner, and then I'm gonna take the KJH 21 and also go into that purple, go on the lower lash line. Kind of connect the matte out here. And you could leave that here if you wanted to. I am gonna do a wing liner on this one. So I'm going into that same Sephora collection number 12 and into the black. I made sure to tap off I swear, like, that's all I needed. I'm just at the corner of my eye. I'm going straight out. I have hooded eyes. And then connecting. I feel like I've found that little baby wings end up looking better on my eye shape personally. And then I'm just using my nail to drag that out. Okay, I am going to clean up my face and I will be back in a minute. Okay, I am losing light, so this is good timing. This is the final look. My face fully complete. Time for final thoughts on this palette. I love the packaging. It's genius. I think everybody does. So that's a no-brainer. I think this is the best palette she's ever done. I do actually have one other Lightwork palette, but I haven't used it before. So this is my first experience using one. I love the mattes in this. I love all the shimmers, all the formulas in this. I think this is fantastic quality. It is $128. I don't think I've said that. It's up to you whether it's worth that. To me, if you've ever bought any indie eyeshadows or multi-chromes, some of those can be like $25 for Cliona shadows. For like this shade right here, this is a multi-chrome. So you get 13 shimmer shadows in different formulas, textures, and shifty shades. So I would say this isn't shifty, this isn't in these two, but the rest of them, not this one, I don't know if I pointed to that, but there are a lot of shifty shades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least shifty shades in here. So $15 to $25 each on those is kind of what you're gonna pay in indie brands. So to me, I understand the cost of this palette, and that's why I think it's worth it. I did have a $100 Rouge reward that I used for this, so I only paid $30 for this. So for me, it's hella worth it. I do think this palette is fantastic. I think it's very versatile. There's so many different color stories in it, and I feel like you could get so much use out of it. You can travel with it. There's all these different factors. So for me, this is worth it. I would love to do more looks with this on my channel, so let me know in the comments if you would like to see that. And that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Like, subscribe, comment, all the things, all those help support my channel. So thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Love y'all. Bye.